at the beer pong tournament in the winter semester, was involved in the Leo Club and was the president of the Leo Club in the last semester, and he's a very friendly, likable, disciplined, focused, highly motivated and very good looking guy. Tobias Schweizer, congratulations.
Zufall, dass wir mit Herrn Schweizer auch gleichzeitig denjenigen haben, der Ihr Grußwort spricht. Herr Schweizer.
Wow. I'm a bit lost for words, I must say. I kind of knew I had a shot at winning this, but still, getting it is always a different feeling. This could have been anyone's award really. I just think of my good friend Sebastian or Bob. You deserve it just as much as I do, and I'm just lucky person to have my name on here now. So Sebastian and Bob, you did great as well. It's my pleasure to follow up on Peter, who won it last graduation for his great achievements. So stepping on in his footprints is a pleasure for me and means a lot to me. Thank you. So quite ironically, it's also me holding the graduates' address now. So just on behalf of all the graduates today, thanks a lot for everyone who's here today. It means a lot to us that you celebrate this special day with us, and thank you for being here. So, a bit more than 2 months ago, Ms. Eichholz Legrand approached me and she asked me whether I would be willing to hold a speech here today. As Max also said it, I'm not really the shy kind, but still also I don't really do speeches for a living. I'm quite far from doing that. So when she asked me, I got nervous at first, I got scared. Would I screw up? Would I embarrass myself in front of all my friends? I came to the conclusion that there was really only just one way to find out, and so I agreed. Which then meant that for the last 2 months I've really racked my brain to what I ought to say to you all today. And just on the day of my colloquium, actually I agreed to do it. So just when I had one thing off my desk in my bachelor's thesis, I was looking forward to having nothing at all to do, but then I had the next project on my desk. So it's quite funny. So what should I tell all to you today? Guys, I've looked at the journey that we took and how we actually got here. And I came to the conclusion that we learned a couple of lessons during our time that I think, in my opinion, makes us quite distinct from other graduates from other universities. And those 5 lessons I'm willing to share with you all today, and to give you the opportunity to remember it for the rest of our lives. And it's just 5 things, it's really not a big deal. I wish all the professors had ever said that to us, that it's just 5 things that we need to remember. Before I go into detail, I would just like to take the opportunity to thank the graduation team on behalf of all the graduates for making this day very special for us, for putting in their hard effort and work. As I said, putting another project on my desk and giving me the opportunity to speak here today. I think that deserves a hand as well. Thank you. Dear professors, dear friends and family, dear graduates, we made it. And I don't know about you, but I feel pretty awesome about it. I feel pretty good. And what a ride it has been, oh my. Looking back at our freshman week, it seems like it was just yesterday. Okay, maybe that's a bit cheesy, but it surely doesn't seem like 2 or more years ago. Think of your first journey to university. The first lecture you went, or didn't went to. First lunch at Mensa. First drink at Charlie's. First party at Heimbar. First girlfriend or boyfriend. Second girlfriend or boyfriend. First exam. First time you passed an exam. First time you failed an exam. Second time you failed, that never happened. And after that, obviously, many long nights of studying and early mornings in class, and yet we managed it all. Congratulations. And now we've come to the end of our journey, and we've just received what we long and hard worked for. It's really, truly amazing. And hard work for, yeah, indeed, our time in Bad Honnef was no walk in the park. Nothing that comes easy is worth a dime, and as a matter of fact, I never saw one of my teammates in rugby training make a tackle with a smile on his face. That's obviously in case I was there and I wasn't injured. And all the challenges that we mastered, they had an impact on us. They gave us opportunity to learn our lessons, and we for sure learned our lessons, and consequently we changed. And today I would like to point out what I think are the biggest lessons that we've learned. And just to make sure that I have all your attention now, this is exam relevant, guys, okay? My first point is called intuition. Going to university means going out of your comfort zone. Many of us moved to Bad Honnef away from the comfort of our homes, and probably we moved away again for our internships. We experienced a completely different way of life, completely different to anything that we've ever known before. So for me personally, I didn't have to do an internship, which meant that I saw many of you guys go away, and after 6 months, or if you studied abroad, even longer, came back and completely changed. Much more culturally aware, much more mature, and just truly grown in your personalities. For me, I found it really fascinating. And it's all just because of your intuition, because you made that move that you were, quite ironically, scared and excited for at the same time. So let's remember all the positive feelings that resulted in us making that move whenever we are in doubt of taking the next big step. Let's trust our intuition for the most important decisions in our life and make the big step forward. And I'm sure we'll be amazed where intuition takes us. My second point is called time. Even though, guys, this is a day full of celebration, I have somewhat mixed feelings. Our era at Iubh showed us that our time on Earth is quite limited. Someone that I met on my very first day of studies has left us on a journey and is no longer with us today. Kai Hoffmann, who joined this university full of motivation, with an admiring can-do attitude, and he was just genuinely a great person, passed away quite shockingly to most of us in February this year. It showed us that nothing in life is for granted, and that we should be grateful for every day in our lives. Time is something we can never buy, or we cannot get back. So let us take Kai's case as an opportunity to remember that we should always use our time wisely, that our time on Earth is limited, and that we should always enjoy every moment to the fullest. Let's start with it today. My third point is called community. Iubh is really something special. During our studies, we've seen on many occasions that together we can make things really easier for ourselves. Together we prepared for exams, we exchanged notes from class that we didn't attend for the third time in a row. But more importantly, outside of class, we shared our feelings, We always had someone to turn to in tough times, and most certainly we celebrated together. The IUBH community is something that I have never experienced in this way in my life, and still today, on my day of graduation, I find fascinating. Institutions such as the Student Common Room or the Leo Club at Honnef, just to mention a few, they not only organize great events and they add to our time in Bad Honnef, which is sometimes rather boring, as you know, but they also represent opportunities to take on responsibility and to grow ourselves as individuals to prepare us for the world that waits for us out there. So studying here certainly showed us that a strong community is very powerful. Therefore, I would like to ask of us that we always remember that alone we can go far, but together can go much, much further. My fourth point is called happiness. We are leaving our student life behind. That means no more beer at Charlie's, no more Schnitzel Fridays at Mensa, hate to say it. But also, on the other side, that we will finally start earning our own money. And in all our decisions, let's be honest, the perspective of material wealth influences us as young professionals, without a doubt, rather heavily. But whichever path we take, it should always be a question of happiness and not of money or whatever fills our bank accounts. Whichever path we take should be a question of happiness, because happiness is the real wealth in life, and things are just things that will never make us who we are. Therefore, I would like to ask of us that we are humble, that we strive to always do what makes us happy and does not fill our bank accounts only. Yeah? If we can do it at the same time, perfect. My fifth and last point is called gratitude. We as graduates from a private school of business and management, we are truly privileged. We're at the beginning of starting our international careers, following a first-class education. We can follow our dreams. I'm 100% certain that each and everyone in here has the capabilities to be very successful in life and to leave your marks. And the degree that we've just received is simply a proof of that. And I don't know, but we might have the next Bill Gates, or to put it in context, J.W. Marriott or Conrad Hilton in here. But what I do know is that we all have the opportunity to do so, and we should be very grateful for that. It is nothing that we should ever take for granted, and therefore I wish that never a day passes where we are unaware of that. So let us remember to be grateful. Let us have these 5 aspects in mind moving forward. And when we meet up for a cold drink in 5 years from today, I hope that you still remember them. I'm already excited to see where we all end up in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, and where we end up eventually. And I know that wherever my IUBH friends will be, I will always have a home to dare to come to the comfort of their hospitality and to enjoy time with them. So I guess that brings me slowly towards the end of my speech. But of course, on such a day, there are still a few thank yous left to be said. First of all, to all the professors, thanks a lot for teaching us, or sometimes also attempting to teach us. We really appreciate the effort that you put into the last couple of years, and it means a lot to us, and I think that I speak for all of us when I say that we wish you all the best. We hope to stay in touch with you, and hopefully see you again in the next couple of years. Thank you. Parents, family and friends, thanks for being here with us. It would not have been possible without you. And isn't it something that's always easily said? Thank you. It's something that we hear every day. But today, let's make sure that we don't say it casually or just on the side. Let's make sure that we try to give back the favors that our family and friends have given to us over the couple of years, and let's try to return them whenever we are in a position to do so. Mom and Dad, thanks for it all, and I wish to make you proud and return whatever I can. But for now, enough of the big words. Let's enjoy our day and celebrate a milestone in all our careers. And if we've learned one thing during our studies, guys, that is that we should always recap. So let me finish with summarizing my points. Let us trust our intuition. Let us use our time wisely. Let's go far together. Let's strive for happiness, and also let's be grateful. Other than that, exercise regularly and eat your vegetables. Congratulations, graduates of Fall 2017.
Was bleibt noch zu sagen? Vermutlich nichts, aber es gibt noch was zu tun. Unsere Tradition, die gängige Tradition des Moving the Tassels. Auch hier wieder ein Ablauf. Tut mir leid, aber 120 Graduierende auf einer Bühne, das geht schief. Wir haben es vorhin gesehen bei 30 Graduierenden. Wir drehen die Perspektive. Ich bitte einmal Herrn Asmus zu mir auf die Bühne. An die Eltern gewandt, wenn Sie nun Ihr Kind dabei fotografieren wollen, wie es eben den Kessel von links nach rechts, von rechts nach links, oh Gott, ich habe das nie gemacht, tut mir leid, ganz offensichtlich. Wenn Sie also Ihren Sohn oder Ihre Tochter dabei fotografieren wollen, kommen Sie doch bitte nach vorne, da haben Sie die Möglichkeit, das Ganze quasi auf Festplatte zu packen. Und Sie, liebe Graduierende, bitte ich, sich jetzt zu erheben.